On stage, there was a potential conversation which I was hoping was going to be elaborated on, but I know there was never the time because they had to get through so many. But you mentioned you wanted to be a police officer. That was your first ambition and what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And eventually you sort of found your way into acting. But the reason for wanting to be a police officer was you wanted to do something good for society.
Yeah.
But do you believe that being an actor is also doing something really good for society?
Yeah, I think I guess you know what I like. What made me pursue an acting career was that, you know, I will have a bigger platform as an actor, so I'll have a bigger impact on society as an actor. That's why I think they're like very early thoughts was about, and so I believe that.
Have you played a police officer yet? Because maybe that's you could fulfill your dream through a character.
Not like I've tried. I've done like one day of work in a Norwegian TV series where it was like kind of a comedy. But I hope I can do a very, very cool police officer one day. And so still a dream.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, you moved in. You just joined a theatre company, but that's one of those things that easy to say, but actually that requires a lot of courage. You know, it's not. It's outside your comfort zone. You're going on stage. You're putting yourself. It's a very vulnerable, very exposing craft.
Yeah.
Can you recall when you first decided you wanted to be an actor? Was it quite a nerve-wracking experience for you? Did it take you a while to warm up?
Like when I asked, like there was a theater group that was like moving around in Denmark and playing like a lot of places, and I saw them, and I actually saw them one year, then I saw them again the next year, and then I was just shaking like my whole body, you know, and I couldn't even ask to become a part of the group, but the director, he was so cool. He was like, "What are you doing next Friday? You know, come and meet me." And it was like a kind of a project where you also got paid to do this acting, to be a part of this theater group. It was about like, it was like eight actors, and they all tell their story, but in a theater way, you know. So I got to like go around all Denmark. I played it like 200 times, so it gave me so much experience actually from a very early, and money, you know. A lot of people start doing it for free, you know, theater and stuff. So.
And when I was lucky enough to be on the call with the jury members, where we were discussing each of the winners, because I was getting all the little quotes from everyone. And the word they used to describe you, a few people said it was the word versatile.
Yeah.
How important is that for you? And is that something that you like to hear? Because versatility and the ability to become such a variety of roles, is that something that you make an active decision to try and do?
It is, and I'm very, very proud of it. And but I think this like versatile thing is, I've just very, you know, you go through life, and you know, I come from a very like rough neighborhood in Denmark, in suburbs of Copenhagen, and so I've been able to meet a lot of different people, you know, also the ones struggling like down, like in the society, like very low, and that was sometimes very tough, you know, to go to school, and then somebody's dad got killed, you know, stabbed or whatever, or like, but I mean, it gave me a lot of experience in life very early. So I'm very thankful to my family, to everything I've experienced, you know, and I was always just so curious when I was a small kid, you know, so it just. Yeah, and my vacations to North Macedonia, my Albanian culture, the Danish culture, I've been fighting so much in myself, but then I found my identity, and it just now is really helping me actually in my work, and that's crazy, you know, because you fight so much with not being a Danish guy, not being Albanian or whatever, and then now it's just,
Well, maybe this is my kind of foreign kind of ignorance, because I don't know so much about the Danish film industry, but it feels like you're quite a unique actor in the Danish film industry, and you've got stories to tell that often are not, you know, that are maybe a bit fresh and a bit different in the kind of Danish cinema kind of industry. Is that something you've realised that since you've kind of got into acting, that you've actually got something that you can bring to the table, maybe a different background, a different upbringing that others might not have, and is that a good thing?
It's a very good thing, you know. My job as an actor is to try to represent the whole society, you know. So there's of course some stories I can tell, but there's also just, for me, I always look for the universal story, like that, like a Dane also could see himself in, but try to like change the way we are viewing people. So if I, for example, my big dream, or one of my big dreams is to play I don't know, a Jew or someone called Mohammed or whatever, that just have like the same religious things, but this is not like he's just going through a crisis. His daughter got cancer and then he has to deal with that. Then, you know, but we don't talk about like he's a criminal or whatever. That's like, that would be like, wow, I made it in a way, because then, and if people then saw it and saw themselves in it, it would be so good.
And I wanted to speak about The Girl with the Needle, which was one of the darkest films I've seen for quite some time. I think I felt like afterwards I had to have like a shower, because I felt like it's been nominated for an Oscar, which is incredible. That's obviously next month. How exciting is it at this stage in your career to be involved in an Oscar-nominated film, to work with Trina Dyrholm, who's obviously a complete legend of cinema? And might you be going to the Oscars?
I know it sounds crazy, but for my first day in acting school, I said I'm gonna fucking go to Hollywood. You know, I really did. But my teacher was like, "Relax, just learn to say a line first," and I did that. So, but I've always wanted, you know, these things that are happening, and it's been, you know, it's not that easy as it sounds, but. It happened, so in a way I'm like, of course I'm going, but I'm also very, very, very grateful and happy. And I'm going to the Oscars. They invited me, and they got me my ticket and the hotel. We are staying at something in West Hollywood.
Have you picked your suit yet? Do you know what you're gonna wear?
No, we're working on it. So
I think it's going to be very bold.
I
can't wait to see it.
I'm always trying, you know, and but I also know that, you know, I'm gonna be like a needle, you know, and all this, like the big superstars that are in Hollywood. I can't wait to meet them and have fun with them and dance with them, and
And just a quick question on the mask. I mean, because firstly, the challenges that come with portraying so much without the use of the whole face. But it's a terrifying image, you in that mask. It's not like your usual mask. There's something about it. It's very unnerving. You mentioned on stage you've kept it. Is that true? Because I would have buried it or burnt it or thrown it in the ocean.
I've actually kept it because my director was like, "What? You shouldn't throw it out. You should be," because I hate to have scripts at home when I'm done with it. You know, I just throw it out, but I don't. This film, you know, became very special. Like just after we filmed it, there's like a poster of Peter, where Caroline, she finds out that he's a circus, he's a star now, and I got this poster and the can, you know, ticket at my toilet. So I believed in it a little, you know. I was just proud of it. Now it's really cool that I have it. So sometimes I keep something, but you know, this one is just fun. Also because if the mask is done by my face, you know, it looks like my face. That was how they did it at the time. So,
don't wear that to the Oscars.
No. I did wear it in Cannes to our own party, because, you know, I wouldn't take it on like in the premiere or something. But I did it to our party. It was very fun and chill.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to me. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey